So say for a certain exampling sake, you've made yourself a walk cycle. And you want to loop it and use it in your animation. This is when you would choose to use the graphic. And here's how you do it. Just like the movie clip, you would select the frames you want to become a graphic, and then you cut them, and then you make a new symbol, and you call it a graphic, you call it the walk, and you paste those frames. Then you go back out to scene 1, and drag out your little walk cycle. And by default, when you make a graphic or a movie clip, in your properties for that graphic, for walk, this is set to loop, meaning it'll start on frame 1, it'll go to the last frame, and then it'll start on frame 1 again. Keep going. You can make it only go through once where it doesn't loop, or just display the frame that you put in right here. I'm going to leave it on loop, and then if we watch it, it'll run through. And you can scale this and rotate it however you want, and you can just use that. But if I wanted it to go over and over, I might get like 85 frames of it. I just hit F5 right there, and then it'll go over and over, and it'll just keep walking. And then you can tween that. Again, tweens tutorial later, but this is just why you would use a graphic. And the reason for it is so that you can see your animation and have it be all packaged and nice. And where that might be helpful is like syncing it up with lines on the ground, so you know that the feet aren't moving or anything when they hit the ground, you know, within relativity terms. So like, you could add your tween, move him over, and then watch him go. See, by having a graphic, I'm seeing that he's sliding or moving to the right just too fast. So maybe something more like this. That's better. This is a bad walk cycle. You know, because then you can get a gauge of, is the foot close to accurate? And in a real walk cycle, you would like move him so that, like, as he goes forward, he moves forward and then back, so the foot stays in the same spot if you're doing it with a tween. But, you know, that's close enough, I guess, for this sake. Maybe a tiny bit back. That's a little bit better. Anyway, that's not how you should do walk cycles, but that is how you should use graphics. Right there for you. And I don't use graphics for anything other than stuff that I want to see in the timeline. I would have actually used it for that little dust smoke, honestly, because I don't like blurs on my particles. Like, you could use this as a graphic, and then each time he steps, you might have dust shoot out from underneath his feet. Like this, graphic, paste those frames, and then you get your graphic, and now you can see all of the frames that are in there. So each time he steps, he's shooting back dust. You could just set the first frame to be here. Yeah, just like that. And then again, right there. Oh, this is going to be a sweet animation. I can hardly stand it. I don't want to wait. I want to find out. Come on. Okay, here. Last one. Okay. Graphics. Good for you. And good for your animations.